Not only have the Baltimore Ravens been very disappointing in the 2025 season, they currently hold the number 3 overall pick in the draft, while having legit deep playoff run hopes before the year. So clearly I think they need a little bit of help. So today, we are gonna rebuild this Baltimore Ravens team that every year on paper is arguably the best roster in the league. They just can never quite live up to it due to either injuries or just bad playoff performances. So over these next 5 seasons, we are going to see if we can change things for the Ravens here. Hopefully make them stop underperforming, and of course see if we can win the Ravens a Super Bowl by the end of this rebuild. This is going to be a fun one, but I'm super excited to get into this. This is obviously a team I don't get to rebuild much on the channel. I don't even know the last time I've rebuilt the Ravens, but if you enjoy the video, be sure to leave a like. It really helps out the channel more than you could imagine. Got to like over 1,000 likes in 17 hours on the video yesterday. Pretty sure that's a new channel record by a decent bit. I appreciate it. Helps push the videos out to other people. So if this video can get to 2,000 likes, it'll let me know y'all want to see, I'm pretty sure, my first ever Ravens 10-year rebuild. I don't think I've done that before. I think that would be really fun. And also be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. If you like Madden rebuilds, that's literally all I do on the channel. Super close to 85K. Might even hit it by the time this video goes up. We'll see. And then very last thing, I'll say shout out to Colby for the suggestion of this video. This was obviously suggested a bunch of times, so I just picked a random one, but let me know in the comments what team you want me to do a realistic rebuild of next. I'll probably just do whichever one has the most comments. That's how I decided on this one. So let me know what team you want me to do a rebuild of next. But all right, enough yapping. Let's get into more yapping, and let's finally get into this rebuild. We're not going to do anything to start this rebuild out. Not going to trade any players. I don't usually. We'll just see how the rest of this season goes. It would be nice to get a top draft pick. I kind of do hope we go 5-12, 6-11, something like that, but let's see what happens. I'll obviously force lose and win the Ravens games that have already happened. But okay, I'm glad the Ravens did this now and not when I was, 4 years into this rebuild with Odafe Owe probably having superstar dev or something, but we're going to be trading him in a 7th round pick for Alohi Gilman and a 5th from the Chargers. I said no trades for this rebuild, but it feels like every time I do a rebuild, the team makes a trade in real life. So we get even more safeties and get even weaker in an already kind of weak edge group. I mean, Mike Green should be good eventually. Horrible person, allegedly, but also hasn't been amazing as a rookie so far. And then Kyle Van Noy's 34, so we might need edge pretty badly pretty soon. But okay, for re-signings, we have some interesting ones. I didn't realize how many re-signings the Ravens have. Jair Alexander, who hasn't been great in the few snaps he's played. Mark Andrews, Tyler Linderbaum, Isaiah Likely, so both tight ends. Keaton Mitchell, Travis Jones, Alohi Gilman, who we just traded for, Ardarius Washington, Chidobe Awuzie, DeAndre Hopkins, Daniel Falele, Kyle Van Noy. Most of the starting roster, it feels like. But this is kind of a tough choice. I think we might let Mark Andrews go. He's gonna be 30. I mean, yeah, he's gonna be 30. I don't think I really need to say more. But Tyler Linderbaum, 4 years, 57. That's fine by me. I would rather re-sign Isaiah Likely, still only 25. I'll up the money a little bit. I don't want to necessarily up the years, but 3 years, 34. He takes it. Travis Jones, sure, I'll go 3 years, 31. We're getting down there in terms of cap, though. 18 mil left. I don't even know if I'm gonna re-sign Alohi Gilman. I don't know why they wanted him even. I do like Ardarius Washington, though. I'll re-sign him 3 years, 24. He takes it. D-Hop, we'll see. He might just retire. Falele, we'll see. Van Noy's probably gonna retire. Ricard, sure, we'll re-sign. That was a lot of contracts, but I think we're good now. Still have a little bit of cap space, and we can renegotiate with players at the end of the year. So speaking of that, let's get to the end of the season, and we'll see if we start to bounce back or if we end up being horrible. I still don't know what's gonna happen yet. But okay, hey, rebuild over, I guess. We go 11-6 after starting 1-4. I mean, I don't necessarily know that the Ravens are gonna make the playoffs in real life, especially if they're, selling, getting rid of Odafe Owe. But I mean, they have had a pretty hard schedule. It does get pretty easy through this stretch. So who knows, they could make the playoffs. Man, we damn near won out. We only lost to the Bengals and Patriots. Okay. But Lamar Definitely didn't light it up or anything. Less than 3,000 passing yards, 18 touchdowns to 5 picks. He doesn't really put up that good of passing numbers in Madden, or rushing this year at least. Thankfully, Derrick Henry was good, but Zay Flowers was our leading receiver with only 850 yards. Ronnie Stanley still managed to allow 12 sacks despite us only passing 396 times. That was easily the least in the league. Leslie Roquan led the team with 109 tackles, 12 TFLs for Matabuike led the team. I guess no injuries in this world. He also led the team with 11 sacks, 10.5 for Mike Green. He was good. Only 6 for Van Noy. He was okay. But 3 picks for Awuzie led the team. 2 for Roquan and Jair Alexander. 1 for a few players. Not crazy stats necessarily for going 11-6. Because really, what was amazing about our team? I guess the run game. I guess the pass game was efficient, even though we didn't pass much. And the pass rush was pretty good. I don't know. I thought our numbers would look a little better. But Matthew Stafford wins MVP. That's different. Russell Wilson also up here. Michael Penix. Interesting. Khalil Shakir takes Offensive Player of the Year. Derrick Henry at 4. TJ Watt, Defensive Player of the Year, unfortunately. Ashton Genty takes Offensive Rookie of the Year. And Mason Graham, unfortunately, takes Defensive Rookie of the Year over Mike Green. That sucks. So not going to get Superstar Dev, at least this year. At least probably not. I guess maybe he made a Pro Bowl or something. I don't know. But we are going to be taking on the Broncos in the wild card. We are 5 overall higher than them. I probably need to lower the Ravens overall in my custom rosters because I think they're still the highest overall team. But I mean, again, they do have a really good roster. They've just had injuries and a hard schedule, so I don't know. But we'll see. Can we already get a playoff win in this rebuild? We can. 23-11. That'd be weird if we won a Super Bowl in year 1. Don't necessarily think that's going to happen for the Ravens this year. But we are going to be taking on the Bills in the divisional. The 2 teams that are good every year, but can't quite win a Super Bowl. But one of them has to make the conference championship here, so we'll see what happens. We beat the Bills 35-0. Is this our year? Let's find out. We'll see who wins the Harbaugh Bowl. Can we already make a Super Bowl in year 1? I'd be a little disappointed because I still haven't done anything to the team yet. Okay, the Chargers flatten us 28-9. I'm not even mad about that. I want to actually do something to the team before we make a Super Bowl. But all right, for the rest of our re-signings, we'll pick up the 5th year for Zay Flowers. Pretty easy decision there. I guess we'll re-sign Keaton Mitchell because he's very cheap. 3 years, 14. He does take it, but we are about out of cap space. I feel like we should re-sign Alohi Gilman, but I mean, I don't know. It's my team now. He's 28. We don't really need any more safeties. Chidobe Awuzie was good, but he is 31. He was really good though, but he's not interested. We'll let him go. Falele will let go. So we'll get into free agency. I don't know if we're going to do anything in this first year though. Ooh, I mean, the answer to our pass rush prayers is here. Aiden Hutchinson. He's not interested though. He has 13 offers. I doubt we could get him. We would need to free up 22 mil more at least. Probably closer to 30 if, we'd probably have to go very player friendly. That would be nice, but I don't think that's going to happen. This isn't a crazy free agent class other than that. I don't know where we got 20 mil from. It said we had 2 mil. I didn't restructure any deals yet, but okay. So we'll just get to the draft. And by the way, this is going to be my first realistic rebuild of the year with real life draft classes. I don't know why Drew Aller's listed first. He's ranked 117. Now I should mention these aren't perfect draft classes by any means. I just started working on them, but I have edited and kind of re-ranked at least all the projected first rounders. I just used PFF's mock draft for the order because I didn't know what else to use for the order. I have the offensive players mostly good. Still need to do some work on the defensive players. A lot of these guys aren't even real, but we'll see how we can do in the draft. But all right, in the draft, we of course pick at 30. The Colts have the number 1 pick though. I don't even know what they're going to do with that pick. Well, I would hope take Reuben Bain, but I think they also let Daniel Jones go for some reason. I guess he probably wasn't good in this world though, so maybe that wasn't a bad call. They do go Reuben Bain. Browns go Caleb Downs. Saints go Peter Woods. I want to see who the first QB taken is. The Bears went Jordan Tyson. Why? What? Okay, sure. The Titans went Caleb Banks. Jets. Again, why? Okay, finally, the Steelers go Dante Moore, the Oregon QB. I was just curious, but with pick 30, I definitely think we are going to take a pass rusher here. I feel like this is a pretty easy decision too. Mateo Uyunglele. That's going to be a fun name to say for this whole rebuild, but I mean, only 21 years old. I don't even know if he is 20 yet, but obviously I made players, or is 21 yet, but obviously I made players the age they will be at the start of the 2026 season. At least I think I got them all right. I didn't have to change many of them, but we'll take him. Ranked 20, got him at 30. Sounds good. Hidden dev, of course. Should hopefully be a really good pass rush duo between him and Mike Green. But all right, round 2. This is where the decision gets a little bit harder. We do need a guard. This draft class doesn't have many guards. There is Jaden Roberts. We also do need a receiver. We could go like Chris Bell or something. I don't remember what kind of overall I gave him, but that might not be horrible. And we do need a corner. There aren't many real ones left. So looks like we might be waiting until next year for that one. But I mean, I'm probably going to have these draft classes close to done as soon as the next rebuild. But all right, I think the decision is pretty easy here. Jaden Roberts out of Alabama. You know, unfortunately, Alabama linemen have a trend of not really working out in the NFL, at least for the most part, but we'll hope Jaden Roberts can change that. Rank 41, got him at 62. Good pick. And finally, we'll just take a swing on a receiver. Which one should we take? I feel like I don't have a great overall on any of these players. I might go Malachi Fields. I don't remember what overall I gave him. Sure. Rank 127, that's fine. Got him at 94. That's better than I expected. But all right, here's how we did in the draft. It was pretty good. Uyunglele is a 74. Jaden Roberts is 72. Fields is a 68. Like nothing too crazy. I usually have my real life draft classes be a little lower overall than the Madden ones, so that's why the overalls don't look too impressive, but I did give some players a really good overall. The only reason I don't like doing real life draft classes this early into the year, like early October, is because by the time the draft comes around, it's going to look completely different, but I felt like doing it, man. I don't know why. I felt like making one. But overall, in the grand scheme of things, pretty good draft. We'll take it. Definitely fixed a few of our needs. God, every time I close OBS, it like rescales the recording screen and makes it like off center or too big or small for the screen. Sorry if you noticed that. I don't know why it keeps doing that. But anyway, here is a look at the team heading into year 2. Definitely got worse at a couple positions like receiver, no more DeAndre Hopkins, but you know, could be worse. We'll see how LeJontay Wester does. We could have an even better record this year than last year though, because we probably won't start 1-4, at least I would hope. And we are definitely a much younger team now. Got a little younger at guard, younger at receiver, of course, a lot younger at corner. We're gonna try Malachi Starks in the slot purely, but definitely younger at edge too. So we'll see. We could be worse than last year. We could be better. Only one way to find out. So let's get to the midseason point and let's hope we're doing okay. Okay, pretty good start to year 2. We are 7-0, undefeated at the midseason. We have the 4th best offense in the league for points per game, 9th on defense. Doing pretty good. Man, once Derrick Henry retires, though, we might have to change playbooks, because I don't know if this offensive playbook is going to work as well without Derrick Henry. I feel like the Eagles could be a good one. What's the second most QB run-heavy playbook in Madden? I would guess it's Eagles. The Texans? Then Eagles. Okay, I'll probably go Eagles. But yeah, we're 7-0, doing very good. I did already look at the re-signings. It's not looking great. We have negative 14 mil, and we have to re-sign Kyle Hamilton, Marlon Humphrey, Trenton Simpson. I guess that's it for starters, but that's still like a third of the good players on our defense, or half maybe. So we'll restructure deals at the end of the year. Thankfully, they're all interested, at least right now. I guess that makes sense. We are 7-0, but obviously very, very, very good start. Hopefully we can keep this up. We'll see. All right, we end up going 15-2. I was a little bit hopeful that this could be my first undefeated season in a rebuild since, I don't know, I think it was like a Raiders rebuild in Madden 24 maybe? I might be completely making that up, but I think that was the last undefeated season I had. But we go 15-2, we'll still take that. Lamar Jackson, 3,000 yards, which isn't great, but 27 touchdowns to 0 picks. A perfect touchdown interception ratio. I don't don't know if it's technically perfect, but no picks. He was insane. Rushing, Derrick Henry, 1,500 yards, 4.9 per carry, 12 touchdowns. Lamar was a little better rushing this year, thankfully. Zay Flowers, 1,000 yards, 9 touchdowns, our first 1,000-yard receiver. Let's see, blocking was a lot better this year. Linderbaum wasn't great, but Ronnie Stanley only 3 sacks this year. The guards were great. I mean, again, it's easy to not allow sacks when we pass easily the least in the NFL. Looks like by 50 attempts, but still good line. Roquan, though, 116 tackles, 9 TFLs for Mike Green, sacks, 16 for Mike Green, 9 for Uiagalelei as a rookie. That's a number 2 for Defensive Rookie of the Year type season. 8.5 sacks for Madubuike, and picks 3 for Wiggins. Ooh, that would be nice if he got Superstar Dev. Is at least up to an 81. Not bad. I hope he can get Superstar, though, because we're going to need a corner pretty soon. Pretty bad. But Humphrey also got 3, and then 1 for 5 different players. MVP goes to Justin Herbert, though. Lamar takes Offensive Player of the Year. I didn't mean to skip past that. We'll take it. I don't know why QBs always win Offensive Player of the Year, but whatever. Bradley Chubb wins Defensive Player of the Year, though. Ruben Bain up there as a rookie. Mike Green at 10. And then let's see, any Ravens anywhere? Dante Dowdle at number 7. And Uiagalelei at number 3 for Defensive Rookie of the Year. So very good season, obviously, but it's not over yet. We will see if we can already win a Super Bowl for this Ravens team that has obviously been close but struggling to do so lately. So who are we going to be taking on in the divisional? It is going to be the Houston Texans at only 9-8. I love seeing 9-8 teams in the playoffs in Madden. I think we all know how this is going to go. Unfortunately, this team just destroyed the Texans in real life. I mean, that was with Cooper Rush at QB for the Ravens. Did I say this team destroyed the Texans? You know what I mean. This team just destroyed the Ravens, while the Ravens had Cooper Rush at QB. But with Lamar, we'll see if we can get it done here. We should be able to. We're 3 overall better, 6 wins better. So can we move on to the conference championship for back-to-back years? We can. We beat the Texans in a close game, 24-18. We'll take it, though. No complaints for me. And now we're going to be taking on the Kansas City Chiefs at only 10-7. The Chiefs' playbooks aren't that good in Madden 26 from what I've seen. They always kind of underperform with a good roster. So we'll see if we can beat them here. Let's find out. Can we move on to a Super Bowl in year 2? Or are we going to lose in the conference championship again? Oh, no. We lose in the conference championship for back-to-back years. Simulation is just not letting us get there. At least it was close, 31-27. It's 2 4 seeds in the Super Bowl. That's interesting. But still, not even halfway through this rebuild, so let's get into the offseason. This could be a tricky offseason in terms of cap space. I mean, you see it. We have negative 5.5 mil. I don't know that there's anyone we can release still. Not really. I mean, Ronnie Stanley, but he actually did really well this year. I feel like we gotta keep all these players. The only one I would think about is Ronnie Stanley. I feel like we're better off just restructuring, though, if we can restructure any deals. Not many of them, though. Man, we might have to. We were only able to get up to 9 mil through restructures, and obviously we have to re-sign Kyle Hamilton. We'll pick up the 5th year for Nate Wiggins, obviously. All right, well, if we have to get rid of a player, it's probably Ronnie Stanley at 33 years old. Again, he was really good last year, but wasn't good the year before. We could maybe get him back in free agency somehow, but we need a left tackle now. I'd rather lose him than Kyle Hamilton, though. So Hamilton will go 4 years, 84. He takes it, thankfully. And then with 10 mil left, that is enough to get Trenton Simpson back. We are going to lose Marlon Humphrey. He is 31, though. Would it be smart to let both go? Because we can get a number 2 linebacker. I'm not that worried about it. He is interested, though, at least. And we do have a lot of other needs, surprisingly. Now, hold on. Let me look. What kind of dev traits did we gain? Oh, okay. Jaden Roberts has Superstar. I don't know if... Oh, he gained it. Okay, I was going to say, I don't know if I remember giving that to him. He won Best O Lineman. That's surprising. Man, no Superstar for Mike Green getting 16 sacks. Fun. Well, hopefully he gets 15 TFLs at some point so he can get it, because that's like the only way you can get it, basically. But we didn't gain too many dev traits. It looks like just Jaden Roberts. So I think we will let Trenton Simpson go. Let me see. If he takes just neutral, that's fine because he's cheap. 3 years, 22. He does take it. Okay, fine. No free agency once again this year, but I mean, that's just kind of how it is when you don't have a lot of cap space. Only gonna be losing Marlon Humphrey and I guess Ronnie Stanley in terms of starters. So let's get to the draft once again, and we are surprisingly gonna have a little bit of work to do. But all right, in the draft this year, we once again pick at 30. Not necessarily a fun pick to have. There are 2 top 5 talent receivers, but I highly doubt they're gonna be here. Riley Jenkins and Mateo Salas, or whatever that last name is. There's Jonathan Harvey, a first-round talent. He's a playmaker, so he's gonna have normal, but still looks good. Maybe he'll be there. Any other first, second-round talents? No? Okay, fun. Also, Focus scouted a guard. Ooh, he is a top 5 talent. I kind of figured. We don't really need guard, but I mean, might be a good left tackle. This guard also looked good. He had elite strength. I didn't focus scout him, though. I wanted to focus scout corners. They're okay. I just wanted to see. Everyone I want is supposed to go right in the range where we pick. This would be a good spot to trade up, but I feel like I always make this excuse, but we have too many needs. We need a left tackle. We need a receiver. We need a corner. I guess that's not a crazy amount of needs. If there is a top 5 talent still available by like 24, I'll trade up. Okay, have any receivers gone? I don't know. I don't know if we need to trade up, actually. I'm just gonna go until one of them goes, and then we'll trade up for the one that doesn't. There's Jenkins and Salas. Still no. Still no. Still no. Okay, wrong Jenkins. That's a linebacker. I guess we don't have to trade up. Never mind. Oh, Brad Graham went, but I mean, that's fine. Probably wasn't gonna take him anyway. So we'll go with, I guess, Riley Jenkins, because he has a better chance of having hidden dev because he is a deep threat. I can't guarantee that he'll have hidden, but probably has a better chance than a playmaker. Watch, this is the one time a playmaker will have star and Jenkins won't, but he's probably gonna have normal because he is still available. I will take him, though. It's still worth it. Rank 3, does have hidden, never mind. 97 speed, 97 excel. Pretty solid pick. Don't know why he was still available. Do teams just not need receivers? I don't know. But all right, round 2, I doubt any of the corners are still here, or like I doubt there are any decent ones. Doesn't look like it, so we're probably still gonna need a corner. Braden Riley actually looks decent. Might take him round 4 if he's still there, but I mean, he has F play rec, so I don't know. I think I might reach here technically, or should I? I don't know what to do here necessarily. I mean, we do need a left tackle pretty bad, but I don't think we have to take one yet. I might just look around and see who the best player available is. That might be Danny Stanley. We don't really need a tight end, but he looks pretty good. Had 4.53 speed, I think it said. Other than him, I don't see anyone too great looking. I guess we can maybe go with the safety. Oh my God. I forgot I accidentally turned the draft clock off, or on, so the CPU picked for me. Well, we get a running back in round 2, I guess. Hopefully it's a good one. I mean, I was thinking about running back, because Derrick Henry's 33, but I looked and they didn't look great. Hopefully he's decent. It doesn't tick when you turn it on, though, so I thought it was fine. Whatever. We'll go with CJ Warner first, because I kind of want 2 of the linemen here. Sure, he is a scheme fit. He looks the first-round talent, ranked 25. Okay, pretty good pick. I figured, because he had great strength as an agile lineman. Round 4, let's go Hunter Wheeler. Elite strength, looks good. Ranked 47. I guess I'm glad I went with the other lineman first, because he was better. But overall, pretty good draft. We'll take it. But all right, here's how we did in the draft. It was pretty good. We got lucky that Riley Jenkins was still available. He was the first receiver off the board somehow in a very good receiver class. I don't know what happened, but yeah, pretty good pick. 96 spec catch. That's why he's an 80 overall. I see now. I wish I forgot to pause the draft clock. I mean, again, it showed 2 minutes left when it ran out, so I thought it was fine. I thought they fixed that. Like, I remembered that being an issue, but I thought it was fixed. Apparently not. I don't know that it affected our draft too much, though, because I mean, we still got Warner and Wheeler. We'll probably play Warner at left tackle, or how tall is he? 6'4", sure. And then Wheeler's just a really good backup. And then I also took Jalen Pickett, just because he was the highest rated, scouted player that we had. And then the CPU picked 262 overalls. The CPU really didn't do us any favors here. I probably would have taken either the tight end or one of the safeties with that pick if, you know, I got to make it, so I hope they weren't too good of players. Was it Staley? Was that, I think that was the tight end, right? He's okay. No dev trait, though. And the game crashed again. They need to fix the draft recap crashing every time you, like, close out of a player card. It's gonna drive me crazy. But all right, here is a look at the team heading into year 3. We're only an 86 overall, surprisingly. I feel like we've made this team worse, but it has been expensive, so there's not really a lot I can do about that. And we should develop a lot this year with, you know, a rookie, a year 2 superstar dev player, a really good rookie at receiver, a still pretty young defense for the most part. We could be like an 89 overall by the end of this year. But yeah, we're gonna start Warner at left tackle. We'll see how he does. He went up 2 overall in the preseason. He went down to a 73 when we moved him to left tackle, but went back up to a 75. This is probably gonna be our last year with Derrick Henry, though. He is 33, of course, down to a 91 overall. He should still probably do well. Probably not crazy well, though, but we'll see. He could. I'm a little worried about our corner group, too, though. We have Weston. He'll be starting on the outside. Starks will be the slot corner, so I don't know how that's gonna go, but could be fine, maybe. Sometimes the lower overall player you have, the better it goes for you for some reason. But all right, let's get to the mid-season point of year 3, and we should still be good. It's not 2028 yet, thankfully. Okay, well, we are 2-4 for some reason. I guess that's better than the Ravens are doing in real life, but not great. I was gonna say I have some theories. I thought Derrick Henry would be doing bad and our left tackle would be doing bad. I guess those could be true still. I want to see. Lamar's doing well. Derrick Henry is definitely not doing bad. 6 yards per carry. Is it a left tackle issue? Not really. Kind of looks like a pass rush issue. Where do we rank for sacks? Okay, almost last. I guess we've only played 6 games to be fair, but even with another game, we would have like 13, I think, something like that. Not great. And we have a lot of re-signings. Lamar Jackson, Zay Flowers, Roquan Smith, Nnamdi Madubuike, Roger Rosengarten, Derrick Henry, who we probably won't bring back, but I mean, if he doesn't retire or regress too bad, he's been doing super well. And I guess that's it for starters. Patrick Ricard too, and Jordan Stout, but good lord. We'll try player friendly. 7 years, 604 mil for Lamar Jackson. Not cheap. He does take it though. Damn near 100 mil per year. But Zay Flowers, 5 years, 152 mil. He doesn't take it, even going player friendly. I knew cap space was gonna be an issue, but I didn't know it was gonna be an issue every year. We'll see. 2 years, 45 for Roquan. He does take it. And who should we prioritize, Madubuike or Rosengarten? I don't think we can afford either right now, actually. They're both asking for more per year than we have, so we'll have to figure this out at the end of the year. Not a great start, but I don't know who to bench. I would bench someone, but I don't know who. Just our pass rush is horrible, and our offense is underperforming for some reason. It's mid, but it should be good, obviously. We'll just get to the end of the year and we'll see what happens. Not really much else we can do. Okay, it does go better in the second half of the year. We go 11-6 for the second time. The last time we went 11-6, we were also 2-4 at one point. But Lamar Jackson, 3,100 yards, 25 touchdowns, 3 picks. Still sacked 30 times though somehow. Derrick Henry was really good though. Did I call him Derrick Henry? I don't know. 1,350 yards, 4.8 per carry, 10 touchdowns. Sound it out. Good lord. Lamar was good on the ground though. I mean, not as good as he is in real life, but still good. Zay Flowers, almost 1,000 yards, 11 touchdowns. Likely was really good. Okay, CJ Warner wasn't great. Neither was Emory Jones. I mean, we're gonna hope Warner gets better next year, but we definitely have another option for Emory Jones. Emory Jones was on a short leash, or whatever you want to call it. I guess he was good last year, but we'll try Wheeler for the playoffs. But Roquan, 111 tackles, 8 TFLs for 3 players, sacks, 12.5 for Green, 9 for Madubuike, only 6 for Uyunglele. We have some long names on our team, dude. But picks, not many. 2 for Wiggins, and then 4 total for the rest of the team. We've been playing well, but I guess maybe not as well as we should be. I guess that's the whole Ravens issue in real life, but still kind of the issue here. But Justin Herbert wins MVP. Ty Simpson on the Rams at 3. Mac Jones on the Colts up there. Lamar at 8, though, somehow in this offense. Khalil Shakir takes Offensive Player of the Year. Lamar at 9. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Josh Hines-Allen. No Ravens. Unlucky. Browns player wins Offensive Rookie of the Year. Jenkins at 2, and then no Ravens for Defensive Rookie of the Year, obviously. Kind of a tough year again. I highly doubt Jenkins, only star dev. He went up 2 overall as a rookie, but we're just not a pass-heavy offense. We are the least pass-heavy, yet we still somehow managed to allow 30 sacks. Was that at least the least in the league? Maybe. It was, okay. Not by much, but it was. But all right, we are going to be taking on the Steelers in the wild card here, a divisional game. We did bounce back a lot on both sides of the ball. We finished with the 8th offense, 10th defense for points per game. The Steelers had the 7th offense and the 4th best defense. But I would guess in the second half of the year, our offense was a lot better than theirs. Just, you know, having to assume bouncing back from 14th to 8th. I guess maybe they bounced back too, but who knows? Our defenses were probably similar too, going from 27th to 10th, whatever we were. But all right, we've gotten playoff wins in this rebuild. That's not the issue. Oh yeah, I gotta remember. Let's bench Emory Jones. We'll try Hunter Wheeler, who developed pretty well despite not playing. Went up 4 overall and I think has +2 for morale. I have a bad feeling for some reason, but let's see what happens. Yep, looks like that was a valid bad feeling. For some reason, a lot of the time, not always, but a lot of the time, if you start off bad in Madden, like at the mid-season, you have like a 2-4, 2-5 record or something like that, and then you bounce back and make the playoffs in the second half of the year, you'll get upset in the wild card. You'll just go back to how you were at the start of the year for some reason. But we still have 2 more chances here at a Super Bowl, 2 more seasons. So let's get into the off season once again. I'm starting to get worried. We've been close every year. Man, if I see another Giants Super Bowl, I don't know why they win so many. But for re-signings, we only have 36 mil and we still have to re-sign Zay Flowers, Nnamdi Madubuike, Roger Rosengarten. We'll pick up the 5th year for Malachi Starks, who got superstar dev, by the way. That's huge. I don't necessarily know why. He was good, but not insane. Huh. I mean, we'll take it. I won't complain. But all right, let's restructure. Should we go all in this year and just restructure every deal? Like, we could. It says we have a projected 61 mil next year, 102 in 2029 if we restructure, so I guess we'll be fine, maybe, unless we have a billion contracts to work with, or to deal with then. Can we release Rashad Bateman? Let me check, because, like, we don't need him. That'll save 6 mil. That's fine. Okay, we have 70 mil now. Let me just check if there's anyone else we can release. Not really at all. So we will re-sign Zay Flowers. I'll go player friendly again. It'll be even more money this time. 5 years, 163. He does take it. Madubuike will go 2 years, 47. He takes it. And Rosengarten will go 3 years, 81. Oh no, we don't have the cap space for that. I don't know if we can have a question mark at left tackle and right tackle and maybe even left guard. Can I restructure Zay Flowers? That'll save 11 mil, okay. I should be a little more careful with ruining our cap space in the future, but I think we have most of the big deals extended now. We'll see, will he take 3 years, 81? He does, okay. So still no free agency, we only have 4 mil, but I mean, we're keeping the team together here, that's for sure. No reason to change it if we've been good, but unsurprisingly, we will need a running back this year. Derrick Henry did retire. So like I said, let's switch to the Eagles offensive playbook. I want to be a little more pass heavy if we're not going to have Derrick Henry, but let's get to the draft once again. And I don't even know what we should target. Probably receiver, running back, and edge, maybe corner, I guess. We're looking pretty good. Okay, this year in the draft, we finally don't pick at 30. Not much better, but we at least pick at 24. There is a top 5 talent corner. There is also a first round talent though, but I feel like we still have quite a few needs. I kind of want to take Stevenson almost, because he looks at least decent as a pass rusher. Does have elite strength. He looks pretty good. There's still a lot of options. Rodney Terry, top 5 talent. I focus scouted him and one other guard. I think it was Patterson. I focus scouted a receiver. He's okay. Should we just get to 24? We'll just get to 24 and we'll see who's here, because there'll be one of them at least. Okay, the 2 of the guards are still here. Both corners are gone though. I thought for sure that first round talent would still be here. Thankfully, there is a first to second round talent we can take a little later, but I wanted the first round talent. I would look at a running back, but none of them look too crazy. I guess maybe Cohen could be good. I don't know. I'm so bad at scouting running backs. I guess Benford might be good, but he only has decent change of direction, good speed as an elusive back. These 2 elusive backs only have solid speed. This guy at least has elite change of direction, but like, I think the best looking one is Cohen or Stecker. Stecker looks decent. He at least has 2 elite traits. I don't know. I'm just gonna go with the best player available. That's probably Connor Elliott. The other guard might be a better overall, but Elliott's a year younger, so we'll take him. Rank 18, we'll take that. But all right, round 2, let's go with the running back. Cohen is already gone? All those running backs went already? Man. We could go Payne. Judge also doesn't look bad. They're not very athletic, though. Maybe we'll just stick with Keaton Mitchell. That's unlucky. I thought about taking one of the running backs round 1, but I just assumed at least one of them would still be here. I guess that's my fault for assuming, but still. We'll just go with... How athletic is Derby? Not very. Let's go Jake Payne. I don't know if he's great, but at least has some traits I like. I don't know, he's probably gonna be like a 3rd round talent or something. Do I really, like, I'd rather just start Keaton Mitchell. We'll take a chance though. Maybe he's not. He is a 3rd round talent with normal dev. Okay, well, I should have listened to the exact words that came out of my mouth. I knew exactly what he was gonna be and I still took him. All right, give me a good value pick. Let's go Darius McLeod. First, it really does not look good, but apparently a 1st to 2nd round talent. C-man, F-press, D-zone. I guess has a couple elite traits, but like that's it. Rank 38 somehow. No dev trait, but I expected that. This was not a great draft. To be fair, there wasn't a ton we could have done. I guess we could have traded up in the 1st round, but it still would have been tough in round 2 or 3. Whichever pick we would have kept, I don't know. But all right, here's how we did in the draft. It wasn't amazing, but Connor Elliott, 76 overall. He's a good player. I don't know if we're even gonna start him, but I might just put him in once one of our linemen inevitably underperforms at the midseason. I guess it hasn't been too bad at the midseason just because we hardly pass, but we will be passing the ball more this year, so he'll almost definitely be a starter by the end of the year. Jake Payne, not great. I took 2 more running backs out of spite. Judge at least had hidden dev, but he's not very good. Barkley, normal, damn it. And then Darius McLeod is pretty good, 74 overall. So, not my best draft ever, but I mean, it was unlucky that all the running backs went so soon. I guess even they weren't that great, but I mean, better than what we got. The game crashed again. I'm gonna scream. But all right, here we are heading into year 4. Gonna be a little different of an offense this year. I don't know if it'll be as good. I hope it is, but you never know. We're an 87 overall. We have a decent roster. Just gotta hope it plays a little better this year. I mean, we weren't bad. We went 11-6, but hopefully our pass rush is a little better. I'm hoping the O-line does well when we should be a little more pass heavy this year. The run game might be an issue. This has definitely been a harder rebuild than I expected. I expected it to be difficult. I expected it to start well and then get a little more difficult, and it definitely has. I mean, the Ravens do usually end rebuilds as one of the lower overall teams because obviously they get so expensive. It looks like we are tied as the highest overall here with the Lions. Or no, the Eagles are an 88, but we're tied for 2nd. That's not too bad. We should develop throughout the year. So once again, let's get to the midseason point and we should be pretty good, I hope. All right, we are only 3-4 at the midseason. We have a really good offense. It's not because we switched to the Eagles offensive playbook. It's the defense, 25th. The defense hasn't really been insanely good at any point in this rebuild. Thinking about a new defensive playbook. Lamar's doing pretty well this year, but probably his worst year so far, at least touchdown interception ratio wise. Keaton Mitchell sucks in Madden for some reason. But let's see, how's the blocking? Warner is kind of horrible again. We'll try, I guess, Elliott at left tackle. He's only 6'3", though. It's fine, we'll try him. The pass rush is doing better this year, but our defense still sucks for some reason. If it does end up being not great, we'll definitely switch to a different defensive playbook for the final year. But for re-signings, we have Isaiah Likely, Mike Green, Nate Wiggins, Ardarius Washington, Keaton Mitchell, Travis Jones, Aeneas Peebles, and we only have 10 mil in cap to work with. We should be able to restructure at the end of the year, I would hope. But for now, I don't know if I'm really going to re-sign anyone. I don't know that we really can, other than Keaton Mitchell, and I'm going to pass on that one. So once again, we'll just get to the end of the year, and we'll hope things get better. God, for the 3rd time in this rebuild, we go 11-6. I guess that's just going to be our record every year. I feel like there was another rebuild where we went 11-6 every year, and I feel like we were using the Ravens. I don't know. But thankfully, our defense did bounce back. It still starts every year really poorly, but I guess if it ends up good, that's fine. I would prefer we didn't start with a losing record every year, but I'm too scared to switch it to anything else. But let's see, Lamar, 3,800 yards, 27 touchdowns, 8 picks, only sacked 23 times. Damn. Keaton Mitchell was not great, but Zay Flowers, receivers, 1,200 yards, 14 touchdowns, 900 for Jenkins, even almost 800 for Wester. Let's see, blocking. Elliott did better than Warner. I guess it was close. The rest of our line did really well, though. And then Roquan, 128 tackles, 17 TFLs for Mike Green, so he should get superstar. 15.5 sacks for Mike Green, though. 15 for Uiagalelei. Only 5 for Matabuike, though. And then picks 2 for Simpson, Starks, and Washington, then 1 for a couple players. At least more than last year by a little bit. But MVP goes to Josh Allen. Lamar at 8. Josh Downs wins, Offensive Player of the Year. It's always a slot receiver or a quarterback. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Max Crosby. Odafe Owe at 2. Kind of hurts to see, but Green at 3. Uiagalelei at 7. And then Darius McLeod at 7 for Defensive Rookie of the Year. So, good year. We still should have been a little better, but where do we rank for overall now? Are we the highest overall team? The Lions are an 89. What are the Eagles? They're an 88. So, it looks like we are the highest overall team at a 90. Not that that's some crazy accomplishment. We started as the highest overall team, but, you know, we've had to do a lot to keep this team together, to say the least. But I don't think we're gonna bench anyone for the playoffs here necessarily. The only one that we maybe could is Connor Elliott, but our line as a whole was good, so I'm not gonna touch it. But all right, we are once again gonna be facing the Bills in the playoffs. Again, the two teams that should win a Super Bowl. They just never quite can. But no matter what happens, we at least have one more season. We should be able to win this game, technically. Looks like the Bills actually had the best offense in the league this year. That's interesting. But can we move on to the divisional once again? We can. We beat the Bills 28-10. Now we are going to be facing the 12-5 New England Patriots once again. Didn't we lose to them last time? Maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like we might have. So, gotta be careful here. We are the away team, but we do have 4 overall on them. We definitely have the better roster. So can we move on to the conference championship for the 3rd time? We lose in the playoffs again. 22-15. We just can't quite get it done. But on a more positive note, we are going to go all in this year no matter what. I don't know how much cap space we're going to have to go all in with, but we'll restructure everything. We'll re-sign who we can. I definitely want a running back if that's possible. But let's see, in terms of re-signings, of course Mike Green did get superstar. I don't know who we can bring back. Just cap space has been so tough. Thankfully, we can restructure a lot. We free up 40 mil. That'll at least be enough to bring Mike Green back, it seems like. But I still don't know if we're going to do anything in free agency. This might be a first for a rebuild unless we're doing a no free agency challenge. We'll go 2 years, 56. He takes it. But like every player we've had to re-sign, I do want to keep. So it's been kind of tough. Nate Wiggins, we might have to let go. Isaiah Likely, we are probably going to have to let go. We're likely going to have to let go. I mean, we could cheese it. Let me restructure the deal we just signed. We'll try to re-sign Likely. 3 years, 47. He takes it. And let's offer minimum for Wiggins. And then we'll tag him and go way into the negatives. So we managed to keep everyone, or at least mostly everyone. I guess we still lose 3 starters, but could be worse. I guess 4 starters even. But again, could be worse. But all right, here in our final draft of the rebuild, the Chiefs actually have the #1 pick. That might be a first on the channel, maybe. Ooh, okay. There is a first-round talent running back. I focus scouted these 3. Triplet also looks good. I just assumed he would be gone by the time we pick. But I'm still not going to trade up. This might be like my most boring rebuild ever. No trade-ups, no free agency. I'm sorry, but like I got to do what I got to do. Because we still need a slot corner because we're going to move Starks to safety or a safety. We can keep Starks at slot corner. At least 1 defensive tackle. Possibly a lineman, but probably not. We at least have 6 pretty good ones. That's probably going to have to be enough. We need a receiver and a running back. So still probably can't trade up. I might even trade down if there's nobody here I really want. Is the first round talent running back still here? He is. Triplet is too. Elite strength, elite jumping. He's not all that fast, though. I think I like O'Neal more. Oh, he also has elite strength and elite jumping. I mean, yeah, this seems like a pretty easy decision. He's going to be our starting running back for the final year. I definitely don't feel great about a rookie running back being our starter for the final season. In real life, I mean, running backs arguably peak as rookies, or like year 2 or 3 players. In Madden, they peak in like year 8 for whatever reason. But we'll take him. I would guess he's a later mid-first round talent, like close to 20-ish. Never mind, rank 9. Good pick. Thankfully has hidden dev. But all right, round 2. Again, either receiver, probably not O-line. We'll probably have to live with the 6 we have. Defensive tackle or DB. Oh yeah, I did have corner as our focus position. Is there a good value one? There's McCollum and Campbell, 2nd to 3rd round talents. They're supposed to go late. Andy Bird, he looks pretty good. I guess not crazy, but probably a 2nd round talent. Hayes and Martinez look pretty good. They're just a lot of like 2nd round talent looking safeties. How do the receivers look? I might go receiver. Ooh, Torrey Clements doesn't look too bad. Does have an F rating. I don't love that. There is also Sean Grimes, might be just as good. Yeah, I think we'll wait for Grimes. Let's go. There is a 1st to 2nd round talent guard, or should we go with one of the safeties? I don't know. I like Hayes for the most part, but he only has C zone as a zone safety. I guess it could even be D, but I highly doubt it's D. Martinez, I like the great speed and great change of direction. No combine. Looks like he was hurt. Let's go Martinez. He looks pretty good. Rank 38. Probably normal dev, unfortunately. Never mind. Hidden dev's about like a 50-50 for hybrid safeties. Maybe a little less than that. Like maybe 60% don't have hidden. And all right, let's go. Is the guard still here? No. We might be able to steal one like round 4 though. Maybe. Actually, maybe not. Unless Johnson has really good strength. He does. Ooh. If he's still there round 4, that could be great. I mean, not a scheme fit, but I don't care. It's round 4. But all right, let's go Sean Grimes, just because he's a more desperate need. Looks pretty good. I'm hoping he does actually have a short route, but he looks really nice. Rank 26. I would have guessed more like 14, but I mean, we'll take that. Obviously normal dev because he is a slot receiver. I mean, slot receivers, I was saying hybrid safeties are like 60-40. Normal dev, I've probably taken 30 slot receivers, maybe more, and like 1 ever has been hidden dev. I would guess something like that. No, I've probably taken way more actually. Probably like 100 or more, and 1 or 2 have had hidden dev or something ridiculous like that. But all right, actual last pick of the rebuild. Let's go Jeffrey Johnson. Looks good, elite strength. This is a no-brainer of all no-brainers. I would guess 2nd round talent. Another late 1st, rank 24. Only normal dev, but I mean, I'll live with that, getting him in round 4. Very, very good draft. Nobody too insane, but I mean, we did get number 9 in the class, so it was pretty good. But all right, here's how we did in our final draft. Eric O'Neal, he's solid, 77 overall. Pretty good. Definitely, you know, not our ideal starting running back for the final year, but we got to do what we got to do. He's ranked 77 for running backs. That's not great. Hopefully he develops pretty well, though. And then Martinez is 75. He's going to be a starter. Grimes is 75. He's going to be a starter. Johnson, he's a 75. He's probably going to be a starter by the end of the year. And then the CPU, I mean, they're not good defensive tackles, but at least the CPU picked a couple defensive tackles because I kind of forgot that was a need. Damn, this guard was really good, 83 overall, but only 180 plus overall this year. So, man, I wish I would have looked for a defensive tackle. We probably could have gotten Scott Bates. I probably would have noticed him because I always just sort by tackle rating. I probably would have noticed that he was really strong. That kind of sucks, but it is what it is. It crashed again. It says, please wait in the bottom right. It's not letting me do anything. I've waited and it never fixes itself. Believe me. But all right, here is a look at the team heading into the final year. We're an 88 overall, at least. We're looking good. Again, like last year, we should develop a lot throughout the year. Having a rookie running back, a lot of young linemen with good dev traits, young receivers still. Zay Flowers is still probably only 26 or 7. Okay, 28, but close. And then the defense is starting to look really nice. It's only an 85 overall because we have a rookie safety and not the best defensive tackles, but I mean, we gotta do what we gotta do. We can't even sign players at the start of the year. Obviously, we still have like, I don't know, negative 20 mil in cap, something like that, even after I restructured some deals. So we're just gonna have to live with what we got. But all right, let's get into this final year. Should be a good one. I'll get to the mid-season just to make sure everything's going okay, as per usual. Let's hope we don't underperform. Surely I'm not gonna regret saying that. Okay, well, this was a lot harder of a rebuild than I expected. In our final year, let's go over some of the stats. We'll see what happened. Lamar Jackson, 3,800 yards, 36 touchdowns, 4 picks. He was very very, very good. Could be up there for MVP. Eric O'Neal wasn't too horrible. Only star dev, but developed a little bit. Zay Flowers was really good, 1,200 yards, 21 touchdowns. I benched Wheeler at the midseason for Johnson. That worked out. And then Simpson led the team in tackles again. Mike Green led in TFLs. Uyunglele led in sacks. 3 picks for Starks, but only 3 for the rest of the team. Lamar was at 6 for MVP, the highest he's been in this rebuild, I'm pretty sure. Eric O'Neal did win Offensive Rookie of the Year, but still, somehow, we only finished 8-9 in the final season, with what is tied for the highest overall team. I love this game. Subscribe if you enjoyed.